Hello everybody, I'm DJ Ray-Ban, and in this video I will demonstrate my machine mapping. Let's begin with the page section. On top of the machine controller you have different pages. If you on page 1 you can control the FX units knobs. 1, these 4, and 2, these 4. And the buttons on top are the corresponding buttons. If you go to page 2, you will instead do FX unit 3, FX unit 4, and the same here, the corresponding buttons on top. If you go to page 3, you will have a customized FX unit control, where this knob will do every knob in FX unit 1. The button on top will turn all the FX on. The button to the right will reverse the other buttons. Same goes for unit 2. One knob for every knob in Traktor. This is a single effect unit, so the button will turn on and off that effect only. And the reverse button. Unit 3 and Unit 4, all the same. Oh yeah, the knobs to the right of the knobs with the text on, they are off, they don't do anything. Let's go down to the pad section then, and this section is connected to that. So let's get the track going. On group A, it's red. You will have hot cues. The top for deck A, the bottom for deck B. If you press, hold erase, you can erase the hot cues. And if you hold pad mode, you can change the characteristics of the hot cue, thus changing the color, load, grid, loop, and such. I don't recommend this during a live performance because you will engage the hot cue every time you do it. Like so. Next up we have group B. Group B is orange. Group B is FX unit assigns for deck A, deck B, and these two will be deck C and deck D. Now if you hold pad mode, you can change to another page of this group, and you will have all the FX unit buttons instead. This is great for making small adjustments to the page 3 up here. If you have this, you to turn all these on, you can change that. You can have stuff just one on, then you can turn everything on. Imagination is the limit. On group C, that's yellow, you will have beat jumps. You can hold the pad mode to change page of these. The white one will always correspond to 1, 2, 4, 8. If you go to the lower page, you will have a 32 at the bottom, 16, 8, and 4. go to the upper page, you will have lower ones. This looks crazy. Probably because I just installed this to the DJ computer. But here you have 1 again, since it's white. You have a half, quarter, and an 1/8. The pad mode on top is white, since it is more controlling the whole move page. You can move the beat jump, loop, the in point or the out point. But underneath that you have the size. Now we are at the top, that means the loop size. Now we have the highest size in the move, that's 32. If you go here, you will see that now you have 1. So you can end then there, beat jump. If you make a loop, you can move the loop around. Like so. And let's edit the out point. You can make it longer. You can edit shorter. You can move the in point as well. Kinda cool. This mode is great for fine-tuning samples to get to the remix deck. Let's move on to... oh yeah, the other side is the same for deck B. Yeah, let's move on to group D. That's green, and that's loops. The 1 will always be the 4 in this case. So you have 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, half and quarter. If you hold the pad mode on this page, or any page actually, I put it as a safety. If you hold pad mode and press pattern, you will change the page for loops. Now the number 4 is up here instead. So that way you can get quarter here, 8, 16th, and 32, how you say. That's a safety, as I told you, so hold pad mode and press pattern. This is page 3 now. And we have some purple pads now. The white one is still 4 beats, but the purple ones are thirds, as you will say. So this one is below 4, that will make the 3. It utilizes secondary commands on the release to move the out point to 3. I mean behind 1. Let's have a test. Beneath that you have 1.5. And below that is a 3/4 of 1 beat. You can't press a lit pad. You will disengage the loop. That's sadly one thing to remember. Above that you have a 6-beat loop. That utilizes the 8-beat loop minus 2 on the out. Above that is 12. The 12 utilizes 16-beat loop. There is a page 4 to this. 4, 3, but on this page you have half beat and whatever you will want to call that. A quarter beat, and whatever you want to call this. Same thing goes for the right side to deck B. So let's move on to group E. This will be the pitch play page. Let's go back to the beginning on the track. See the key knob. So it was 7 semitones up. And 8 semitones down. This is just where the playhead continues, right? If you hold pad mode, you can change it to the Q. If you make an out point, or in point I mean, it will be there instead. Make another in point here. For example, you can utilize the hot cues here. Make it utilize the hot cues instead. The second hot cue. And the third. You can I think it's a little buggy because I just updated it myself, but you can make it you can take these empty slots. Let's go back to the beginning here. Now that hot cue is saved, it's, as you can see on group A, another one, let's move on to group F. Group F would be the freeze mode at the bottom and the same as the last here, pitch play page on the top. Inspired by the Ryan diagram mapping, the Q slicer I think. So let's get this track going. This have no characteristic about the Q playing, it's just a pitch change now. So with pad mode you can engage a 16-bit loop and have the freeze mode on it. Like so. You can engage an 8-bit loop instead. Or you could engage a 4-bit loop. And the white pad mode is just a simple freeze without a loop. So it doesn't loop, but you can still utilize the freeze slice you have. I'm not that good at using it, but maybe some other guy will be good. So E and F is pitch play, and Q slicer or pitch freeze, what you want to call it, for deck A. G and H, G and H are the same as E and F, but for deck B. The pad mode, the same. You can choose just pitch change, Q, and the hot cues you have. And the H is the same, a freeze. We don't have anything in the deck right now, so it doesn't do much. One more thing is that if you press grid, you will move the 0 point on all the pitch related pages back and forth. God, this one is crazy. So you could easily get 0 and minus 2, 1 for example, minus 2, I guess 2, because at least the minus 1 gets closer to the 0 point. So that's what grids do, and I think that's it for the mapping. I hope you will get some use of it, and so have fun. See you around.